there, guys! And welcome to the next stage in the Anima quest! Finding your voice. Please note that upon completing the quest Finding Your Voice, you will receive an Anima Weapon for a summoner. Undertake this with another job or as the summoner. Summoner, of course. The Hyperconductive Dragonomicon. Well, let's have a look at it, because I have been curious. Ooh, it is pretty. It's nothing like super amazing spectacular, but it is very pretty. And it's still the Dragonomicon. Of course. Though apparently the step that's being added in 3.3 is going to have a new model. So perhaps it'll no longer be the Dragonomicon, it'll be something else. Anywho, Ardashir has made a breakthrough in his study of the anima, except we have made remarkable progress, Alexander, but our work is far from over. I can't remember if he called me Alexander or Alex. I'll have to look over the old videos. If we are to create a truly free-thinking weapon, we must empower the anima to do more than utter a few unintelligible words to its wielder. Moreover, it must be encouraged to recognize you not only as the rightful owner of the weapon, but also a companion to whom it can turn for guidance, which is how I treat it. A companion who senses its presence when no other can. Quite why that should be is a question which confounded me for some time. It was only after spending countless days poring over my notes that the answer came to me. In my efforts to predict the anima's rate of growth, I realized that I may have overlooked an important variable. You, my friend. Which is why I took the liberty of investigating you and your dealings in Eorzea. Okay. You are possessed of a rare power, known to some as the Echo, are you not? Yes, that's true. I have read that it conveys a preternatural sensitivity to the psyche of others. And what is the anima but a nascent, but a nascent psyche? You're saying you've got to have special powers just to see the bloody thing? Oh, special powers only a handful of folks have got. Well, that's just great, that is. Even if Alex and his Echo sporting mates buy 10 weapons each, they ain't like to spend the sums Roweno's got in mind. Meaning, me debts are set to go unpaid. Unless, of course, you've thought of a solution. But of course. As a matter of fact, I have. Unlike the quasi-souls of golems and other constructs, the anima is unique in that it was created using the pure ethereal energies of astral and umbral nodules. As such, it bears no residual imprint of another psyche, and therefore possesses the potential for cognizance, I don't think I've seen it spelled that way, and growth. Having no reason or desire to grow, golems can typically subside almost indefinitely on the energy of their initial ethereal infusion, not infusion. The anima, however, is quite different. Being in a state of constant development, it requires a constant supply of ether. And while it is capable of sustaining itself by drawing upon the naturally occurring ether of its immediate surroundings, I've theorized that the cause of its marked growth to this point, in fact, is its close proximity with you, Alexander. Your weapon serves as a conduit between you and the anima, feeding it the energy as a steady, albeit slow, pace. If we could somehow improve the weapon's conductivity, I am certain it would promote faster growth, enhancing the anima's ability to communicate. Ah, that's why we're making it hyper-conductive. But that is not all. Should we improve the conductivity sufficiently, the resulting strengthening of the connection between the anima and the wielder could, in theory, facilitate communication even in the absence of the echo, felling two birds with but a single stone. Which is where you come in, Geralt. Do you think you could improve the ethereal conductivity of your anima's lodgings? I don't know what you said, but I think I could. I can't bloody well say no, can I? I reckon I should be able to get ether flowing a bit freer between Alex and the anima, but it'll come at a cost. By improving the weapon's conductivity, it'll be extremely sensitive to anyone touching it, and that includes me when I'm pounding on it with my hammer. My energies pouring into the anima could muddle up whatever relations Alex has already got with it. I mean, if the bloody thing was to take after me instead of old Alex here. Yes, I will not deny that taking after a man of your character could certainly prove problematic, but how would you go about preventing such contamination? Contamination? Cheeky little shite. Any anima'd be lucky to take after me. Just not this one, on account of it's Alexander's. Or Alex's. Don't go worrying your pretty little head, anyway, because unlike you, I think my plan's through. It's a matter of making me tools impassable to ether, in case you're wondering. Luckily, I've done something similar before, while I was working with another annoying scholarly type. We developed a little trick called soul glazing. It's used to insulate weapons, but me tools should be no different, or shouldn't be no different. Of course, I didn't actually make the soul glaze myself, but I've got a fair idea of what might stand in for it. According to a glowing ball I was talking to, the Allegans used something called ether oil in their metalworking, and it did pretty much the same job. It should be rare, expensive, or a bit of both. But you got experience with that sort of thing, don't you, ladies? So run along and find us 5 pots of ether oil for me hammer and anvil, will you? We're none of us getting any younger. I am, of course, grateful to you for identifying a solution. It is but a pity you did not think to ask this glowing ball of yours where to acquire it. Perhaps next time you could think your plan through a little more, yes? I apologize for this gross imposition, but I fear we must have that ether oil if we are to proceed. In the meantime, Geralt and I will continue researching how best to foster the anima's development. Okay, so finding your voice. With the copy of it in your inventory, deliver 5 parts. And yes, as you can see, I already have 1 of them. No, I don't have all of them, but you'll see them all when I cut. So we need 5 of those. Now, since this is a lot easier to explain, I'm just going to show you where you get them. For the majority of it, you're going to need to do one of 2 things. Well, literally, that's all you can do. Because there are only 2 options of getting these, though they are far simpler than they were in the last one. Where are you? There we are. One of the ether oils has been added to this quest. the Gift of the Archmagus. As you can see. So, you can get one of them weekly by completing all 3 of the... Let's go to them. The old raids. Labyrinth of the Ancient, Circus Tower, and the World of Darkness. So complete all of those, and once a week, you can get a free ether oil. The current Anima step, the one I'm doing right now, was added last week, so that's how I have one. And that's how there's one available now. The other way to get them is if we head to Adilshire, which is the way I pronounce it. Don't know if that's correct. Who cares? It's all down to interpretation. Okay, so we want to go this way to the store. And of course it's raining. And there's Anna doing a dance as normal. So we go to Esoterics, other, and at the very bottom, Ether Oil for 1,800 Esoterics. So you can either do the weekly route, which will take you 5 weeks in total, or you can grind it up and get the Esoterics. One way or the other, that's the ways that you have to do it. So I'm going to do those. Just ignore what's going on over there. I'm going to do those and we'll skip ahead to when I've got them. So see you in some time in the future. Bye for now. Hey guys, welcome back. It is 4 weeks later, I think. Something like that. Hand in, hand in, hand in. Blah 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 blah. And we get another ether oil. And that, sure. Ba 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 ba. Okay, so currently we have 4 ether oils, and that is because I have enough to go and buy one. And I thought, what the heck, I'll show receiving one and buying the other. Since I've capped everything nearly. Except law. Oh no, I haven't haven't capped that. Too spend happy with that. Do. Okay, so we need to head to the back. Hup. And wrong person. Esoterics. Other. 1 ether oil, please and thank you. And now we head back to Azisla. With the copy of the Draconomicon in your inventory, deliver the pots of ether oil to Ardashir. Yes, I had to go back and accept the quest because I don't like having too many quests on. Well, I don't like having any quests on me HUD. So, anywho, we have the ether oils. We shall set to work as soon as you return with the ether oil. It is 5 pots we require. Don't forget. Oh, and do remember to bring the weapon itself. We shall struggle to proceed without that. Okay, so we have the Draconomicon. And we have 5 ether oils. So let's see what extra story we get. Well done, friend. While you were abroad acquiring these, we sorted the rather less onerous matter of our own preparations. In the process, we happened upon an archive with a particularly riveting section of texts on etherochemical research that may well prove useful in the future. Oh, that's interesting. Alas, I was only able to steal a few cursory glances at their contents as Geralt was intent upon sneaking off to drown himself in ardent spirits. Would that he was keen to immerse himself in his work. Pious little prick! A young'un like you wouldn't understand. It's me muse, me inspiration. All me best ideas come after down and somewhat strong. Is that right? Then what a pity you abstained for as long as you did. Had you only been a little more inebriated, perhaps you would have devised a plan which wouldn't involve putting Alexander in such trouble. Shut your gob and count me handful with that ether ore before I crack one of them pots over your head. Looks about the same. There, applying the oil was much easier than I expected. How did you fare with your hammer? She's all up and ready for action. There's no telling how long the coating will last though. Time to get pounding! Oh yeah! Please do be careful, Gerald. Alexander went to great lengths to procure that oil. I would not have him go through all that trouble again through any error on our part. I think you're forgetting who you're talking to, lad. My only error making weapons are too good for their owners. Present company except, of course. Accepted. Besides, I down a bottle of the good stuff not long ago. Never felt better. Well, I'm glad to hear. What? Wait, did you say a bottle? A whole bottle? 7 hells, man! I cannot in good conscience allow you to work in your condition. Oh, don't be daft. It weren't bad stuff. At least, I don't think it was. I found it where you were reading all about there with the comical, what's the names? Aye, Rose. There's only one way to find out how good it really was. It's hammering time. No, clink, 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 clink. It's How is that possible? Such swift, precise movements, and his eyes. Never have I seen them so sharp. Is he quite certain it was alcohol he drank and not some manner of invigorative tonic? It could have been. God knows what he found. This is not the drunkard I imagined when Rowena introduced us. Mayhap we should keep another bottle on hand, in case he should be required to craft something else, I mean. I love the look on my face. Yeah, there! A taste of me true talents. Next time, maybe you'll believe in old Gerald when he tells you about the redeeming power of a stiff drink. Now then, Alex, I'll hold her up and see how she feels. Like an extension of your arm, I bet. What with the ether flowing so free? A genuine bona fide bleeding masterpiece, fashioned for the realm's greatest adventurer by our greatest living blacksmith. Hyperconductive copy of the Draconomicon. Magnificent. Simply magnificent. You can almost feel ethereal energies coursing through it. What effect do you suppose this will have on the anima? I guess we'll see? Maybe? Hey there! So warm! At last I feel myself. You would share your ether, the very essence of your being, to support me? Yeah, sure, of course I would. then I, in turn, shall do all I can to support you, going wheresoever you go, even unto the farthest reaches of the realm. If that is, you will take me as your companion. Of course I will. Happily. Alexander, I take it the Anima has spoke to you once again. That was a comparatively lengthy exchange, was it not? For far longer, certainly, than the scant whispers you described before. This is progress, my friend. Tangible progress. Should our young charge continue to develop at this rate, it may not be long before Geralt and I can converse with it. At last, our goal of a free-thinking weapon is within reach. Impressed, are you? Well, the Anima Weapon's just the start. Feast your eyes on this little beauty. Oh, hello. While X was off looking for ethos, I went for a little wander. And this thing found me. I mean, I found it. Anyhow, seeing as there ain't much these elegant contraptions can't do, I gave it a recipe for making spirits. Oh, and let me tell you, this thing's got a real knack for following instructions. With a bit of work, I reckon we could probably teach it how to make weapons what look like the Anima Weapons by the bleeding dozen. They won't be real Anima Weapons, of course, on account of there being no spirit inside. But you can be sure that they'll still sell. And seeing as how you helped me get here, I'll even let you have one half price. Can't say fairer than that, eh? Have you no decency? We did not come here to fashion trinkets. We came here to imbue weapons with life. Life that should be respected. Respect and life don't come into it. I came here to pay off my debts, remember? And if that means making a few trinkets, I'll bloody well make them. Like it or not, where there's smoke, there's money. And I mean to take it. Ugh. Drinking may have served to steady your arm, but I see your moral compass remains as wayward as ever. Plainly, there are no limits to even alcohol's miraculous powers. But let us set aside Gerald's scheming for the present. Today marks an important milestone in our collective journey, and in your journey especially, Alexander. The bond you share with the Anima is stronger than ever. Teach it well, and one day soon, the world shall look upon the brilliance of our Anima Weapon and wonder. Hyperconductive Draconomicon complete. Do 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 ba ba ba. The Anima Weapon is now hyperconductive, fortifying your bond with the spirit within. The spirit within. That's a Final Fantasy movie would rather pass on. Hyperconductive Anima the Draconomicon. That it? Anima Weapon recreation. That's all of those. Blah blah blah. Reforging the Anima Weapon. So I think that one might be the only one. I'm gonna check this one though. Boom Pierce from my special sort of Anima longevity. Eel was jolted. Okay, so I think that was the last one. Okay, so this is our new one. Though still unintelligible, it would appear the Anima has been attempting to communicate with Alexander. Yet the answer to why only he can speak with it still eludes me. As an analysis of the anima has yielded no answers thus far, I decided to focus my efforts on investigating Alexander and his past exploits. It was then that I discovered that he possessed a power known as the Echo. Without this unique ability, none save Alexander, and perhaps a few others like him, could see or speak with the anima. He and his ethereal companion are not unlike a mage and his arcane sentry, and that is precisely how I realized the solution to our problem. We had to increase the conductivity of the Anima Weapon, thereby amplifying the transmission of ether from Alexander to the anima. Though Geralt was confident in his ability to enhance the Anima Weapon, it was not without risk. Increased conductivity would render... Ooh, my brain went dead and I lost where I was there. Render the weapon highly sensitive to nearby sources of ethereal energy. As a result, Geralt could have inadvertently gained some level of attunement with it before completing his work. Unless, of course, his tools could be insulated to prevent said attunement. Much to my surprise, he had a solution. Apparently, he developed a technique called soul glazing while working on an older weapon commissioned by Alexander. Though he lacked the materials required, he was certain that ether oil, as a substance of elegant creation, would make for a suitable substitute. As to be expected, however, he failed to research where exactly this ether oil could be found. Thankfully, no task is too great for Alexander. Though what I can only assume is an advanced network of merchants and brokers, he procured 5 bottles of oil. Geralt's soul glazing worked flawlessly, and the hyperconductive Anima Weapon pulsed with newfound strength. The moment was perfect. That is, until Geralt brought out that unsightly elegant contraption, exploiting elegant technology to slake his insatiable thirst for alcohol is a new low even for him. Geralt's self-indulgence aside, today was a success. As the anima grows in strength, perhaps the day when I too can look upon it will soon be at hand. So I'm pretty sure I should be able to buy recreations. But I can't. Oh, because he's over there for some reason. Replicate Awoken and replicate Anima. So we can replicate this version, which is nice to be able to get that back if you preferred that one. And we can replicate the Draconomicon. Didn't mean to do that again, which is because of glamour, what I currently have. But if we switch over to the hyperconductive Draconomicon, we will notice the very impressive, very cool looking particle effects. Yeah, it's very cool. And I'm very happy to do some more of the story. But as usual, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Don't know why I'm set on party right now. But I will see you in the next one. Which I'm very excited for, by the way. Bye bye!